Hey everybody. So this past little while I have posted a video up of me. I redid a little room in my basement to make an office area, and one of the things that I did was paint the walls. It was like a hunter green, and I painted it like a tan kind of beige color. Anyways, I thought I would do a review on the paint because, to be completely honest, I was a little skeptical when I heard of this paint. It's a pre-tinted paint that Walmart actually sells. And it's for a 3.8 liter container. This is the can here. Loop Paint Smart it's called. It was $15.88. So any of the paint that I've bought before is always usually from Home Hardware or Home Depot, and it's fairly decent stuff. So I was kind of a little skeptical. I had heard of this kind of paint before. A friend of mine had either put it on Facebook or Twitter thinking they were going to use it, and there's very few colors in it, and they're all kind of lighter colors, but it's actually a recycled paint. And I was kind of I don't know, but when I completely decided to do my basement over, and it was very last minute, like I decided on a Friday, started buying stuff the Friday night and set things up Saturday, Sunday. So I decided, hey, whatever, I wanted to save money and try to get it done. So I thought I would try it out and see. So far, all I've really done is open the can, mixed it, and I have like my first coat. You can see the wall behind me. First kind of coat done, and it seems to be going on relatively normal, like all the other paints. It has a little bit of a different smell to it than what I'm used to, but like not anything outstanding, like strong or anything like that. It just kind of smells a little different. Mind you, I'm a little stuffed up too, so it could be that. So anyways, this is going to be just a little review that I've done on the Loop Paint Smart from Walmart, and we'll see how it goes. So I am done painting my room, and I did it all in 2 coats with that recycled paint that I was talking about that I got from Walmart. And it actually surprisingly went on really well. I was kind of afraid at first because after the first coat, when I went around the edge of all the walls, you could really still see the green through it that was in here. And I mean, it was a dark green, so it was a light color that I was putting on. But, and it was kind of really splotchy looking, so, and I had put it on thick enough. Being in a basement, it's a little damper down here, so I had to give it a little bit of time in between coats. I'm usually pretty bad at giving time between coats. I usually like to put it on, and then once I'm done the first coat, I go around and do it again, which I know is not good. But anyways, now that everything's kind of dried, I actually quite like it. It went on basically the same as any other paint, and the color was pretty true to the color on the outside of the can. That's the only thing with buying this. I'm sure that the people at Walmart probably would have opened it, but when I went in, it was like 5:15 and they were closing at 6, so I just kind of grabbed a paint color and thought, hope for the best kind of thing. So yeah, I didn't open it up. I hadn't seen the color of the actual paint, just a little tiny picture that you can see on the can. That's basically what I went by. The tanned, pre-tinted is basically what it said. So that's all I went by when I bought it. But as you can see, it turned out, I'm sitting on the floor, it turned out pretty decent. It went on good. I didn't have a whole lot of coverage or of area that I had to cover, and it was really only half the walls because of the trim on the bottom, and the ceilings are kind of short. So I don't even think I used a half of the can. So definitely I think, like, would I use this for my living room upstairs? Maybe not. I don't know that I would, but definitely for down here it worked great. I would like to redo my laundry room, actually just do my laundry room, period. So I think I might look into seeing if they have like a yellow or something, because they, like I said before, they're kind of limited on the choices of color that they have. And it is recycled paint, and so I was kind of like, well, what is this? But if you read the side of it, basically what it says is, instead of taking your paint to a landfill and it being like burnt and incinerated or whatever, They basically take all the different paints and make it into new paint that you can use. So it's 100% recycled. It says on it it's all used paint basically. There's no new paint in it, and it says that it saves water and energy by not having to make new paint. It's made in Canada, so that was kind of nice. It's just a low sheen, which really is pretty much what I use throughout the rest of my house. And like I said, the paint was pretty bang on to the color I was hoping and expecting for. So I think for 16 bucks or 15.88 Walmart prices, you know the way Walmart is, I think you can't go wrong, really. Like if you're I don't know what the surface is going to be like for scuffing and that kind of stuff, but it's up high enough that my kids aren't going to be at it. And so far, like, it hasn't made any marks. It didn't bubble. It dried normal, and I think it looks great. So for $15-16, you can't go wrong. I know there was different shades of tan, and like it was a cream, like a butter color, I think it was called, and green, but I just looked quick because I knew the color I wanted. So anyways, there's also, it says on it, let me read here, 100% satisfaction guarantee. It says if you're not completely satisfied with the product, that they're happy to exchange, replace, or refund it. So anyway, yeah, check it out. It's like I said again, it is called Loop Paint Smart, 100% recycled paint, and
take another video.
Try. There's my daughter taking another video. Anyway, try it out. You can't beat the price if you have something that you want to paint. So I'm glad that I went and decided to try it out, because I had bought paint from Walmart in the past, I'm not gonna lie, to do my basement actually, and the color that I thought it was on the chip and the color that it looked like in the can when it went on, it didn't look anything like it, and I really didn't like it. So I did one coat throughout my whole basement, rushed back to Walmart, or sorry, went back and got paint somewhere else from a different place, not Walmart, and I was always like, no, I'm never gonna use it again. So I'm glad that I decided to try this one out, because I wanted to keep a certain budget within my remake down here, because it was last minute, and I just didn't want to spend a lot in general. So 16 bucks, hello, you can't beat it. So definitely try it out, and you know, it's not always, you don't always get, you get better things than what you pay for sometimes. So this was definitely worth the 16 bucks plus some.